Ah, damn it. Well, yeah, JJK Phantom Parade. We knew this was happening. We were informed, well, not that long ago, for them to already just kind of throw it down our throats. But bit of an update scheduled on what's going on. So starting from the 3rd of December, we're gonna have the new red Itadori, the new blue Momo. There's going to be Gojo's coming on the. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I don't know why that surprised me. I wasn't. The green Gojo will be releasing on the 6th. New story on the 3rd. New leveling on the 3rd with new grade up. And then the tower game mode, which I've done a whole video on, is going to be releasing on the 3rd. So basically, on the 3rd of December, 2 new characters, 2 new events, story mode, character leveling increase, and a game mode that is going to be releasing. There is a lot to really unpack in terms of what's going on, and obviously the immediate thing, which one of the biggest reaction that I've seen from everyone is why? Why are you shoving so much things down our throat? Like, within a span of a week, 3 new characters? I'm just gonna say it, I don't think they're compensating with the amount of stuff that they're releasing to what you can farm. I'm just saying it. Unless they give us 2 free multis or something, I don't know. It ain't looking right to me. Okay, so let's start with a new game mode. So the new game mode that is going to be releasing, again, this is a really good solid game mode. It's one of the fun game modes. It really does put your account to the test. You can have some fun with your characters in general. And with the amount of cubes you can get, it's actually very, very nice. So, like, obviously with the JP side of things, I think we're 60 floors in. On global, they'll probably drop the first 20-30 floors, somewhere around there. So you'll be able to gain a multi's worth, most definitely. But from these modes, as you guys can see, really good resources to be gained. Obviously, you can get these shards, which obviously if you get 10 of them, they can resort to being exchanged for dupes, like dupe materials. Now the more important thing is we're going to be getting this material right here, and I believe they did talk about it, unless I'm going crazy. Yes, up here, there we go. So this is a limit break item. You guys might have seen it if you did watch my Gojo video. So basically, once you hit max level for your character, you have the option to further them even more, to make them even stronger, right? Primarily, you want to kind of save these for your better characters, right? So for example, if you wanted to further surpass Yuta, I'm just saying that might be advisable, you know? If you want to save with half anniversary, by all means, but this is basically what happens. So obviously on JP, 140 is the level cap, and I can get them up by a +10. Now I did have 2, so I was hopefully expecting to go up by an extra 10 levels, but it's only 1 per character, so you can only get them to an extra 10 levels, and that's it. So there you go. So 140 is the cap, and then using this material, I got Gojo to 150 by giving him that +10, and he is now on Monster. So that's pretty much how that works, and the only way you can obtain it is through the new game mode. So honestly, this is a bit of a W to get it now for global. So you know, I'm extremely happy about that. So that's a W. The only L I would say is, you know, the amount of things that they're shoving down our throats. Because realistically, especially for free to play, you really can't prepare. Honestly, even if you're pay to win, like if you swipe, I salute you, because I cannot imagine the amount of money that they're going to make off this to the people that are going to be spending. Because global already, for anyone who doesn't know, has been slightly increased in pricing, so it's actually more expensive on global. I don't know why they did that, but it is what it is. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be like an easy $800-700. Like that's, yeah, it's a lot of money, boys. So salute to the pay to win players. Thank you, thank you for your service. Okay, so that's the new game mode. Obviously grade increase. I mean, if you've already been pre-farming materials and resources, then you're absolutely fine, like I have, so we are good. Obviously make sure to level up and grade up the better characters like Gojo, Yuta, right? You guys get the idea. Like the broken characters first. Yaga, Nanami, etc. SR Nanami, that is, not SSR, Jesus Christ. Right, just get your team sorted, and then you can then focus on any other character that you want to buff up and level up, etc. Now, the characters in question. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm trying my best to figure out on what I want to do and how I want to combat this, because again, I'm free to play. And I know, oh my god, these are some good characters too. That's the problem. That is the problem. I think the best route for us, in terms of to those that are free to play, even if you want to consider yourself as a low spender and maybe focus on one, I mean, clearly Gojo is going to be the hot choice, but Momo is a freaking good ass support, man. She is ridiculous. Remember when I said how Geto loses his value? Well, congratulations, he lost his value. Oh no, you guys will see in just a second. We'll go for the characters. Being free to play, the best route that we can look at this is be like, right, we've got 3 new characters coming. All 3 characters are going to be added in the general pool a lot sooner than later. The best thing we can do to capitalize on all of this is save up our regular tickets, so that when they do come out onto the regular banner, into the regular pool, we got our chance to pull them. I mean, to be fair, you might even pull them when you're pulling for a certain SSR. So this banner right here, where you get your regular tickets, that's going to be our best route, because of course we can go into the exchange shop and actually purchase these tickets and save them up. That is probably going to be the way that we're going to have to kind of maximize on going about getting these newer units. If you want to try your luck with your cubes, if you've got a lot saved up, I wish you all the best of luck. Obviously, we will get free multis through the event, so we can capitalize on that. I'm hoping that they stay true to the word where they said that they're going to compensate with the speed that they're going at, with the amount that they give. So I'm hoping there's still more to be gained. Not just a free multi, but more to be given out through the event. So a little bit more summons. I'm hoping they stay true to their word, because this is insane. This is insane. They don't even need to do all of this. This is clearly to, 1, catch up to JP, and 2, give them a reason to make as much money as possible. So it's ridiculous, but you know, this is what we have to deal with, I guess. Okay, so I've already got the characters up, so we'll start with Itadori. I'll do a showcase for them too, don't worry. So let's just kind of take a quick little gander on what we're working with. So this is a red attacker. I'm just going to say it right now, red support. For your red typing, this Itadori is a nice little addition to have on my red team. For my JP side of things, I do utilize him quite nicely. So just to give you guys a rundown, resistant to poison and soul damage because of Sukuna's passive. When a critical hit is performed, increases own critical hit, and then when Black Flash is performed, increases own taijutsu. So those are the 2 buffs that you can get depending on what you get in terms of your crits. So the first skill pretty much does 120 melee taijutsu damage. Again, you can get up to 180. Second skill increases your own critical hit rate by 40%, and then increases all allies break damage by 30%. So yeah, that's actually not too bad on that one. I will say that this Itadori does, like, even though I classed him as a red support, he actually he hits pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. But then again, Yuta released, so kind of screws him over. So. But anyway, continuing on, third skill, melee damage to a selected enemy, so that does decent amount of damage, and then increases own taijutsu damage by 25%. You can get that to 33, and then on top of that, he also fills up his ultimate skill gauge, which is very nice because his ultimate skill gauge hits like an absolute truck. So 860, 1479 when you get to level 10. Does melee taijutsu damage, increases the selected enemy's taijutsu damage received by 30% for 3 turns, and then ultimate skill will always perform Black Flash, and by doing that you will get an increase in taijutsu damage, of course. So this is a nice little setup for what was it, Yuta, very nice in terms of that area. And then the combination, yep, taijutsu damage by 20%, get that increase, which is fantastic. And then of course he's got the Sukuna Vessel, which gives him the poison and soul resistance itself. So yeah, with where everything is at right now, Itadori is not really my main focus. This is a character that you can quite comfortably get at a later time. I would honestly recommend that highly, to be like, just don't go crazy for him. With where we're at right now with Yuta, and obviously with how the red typing is, he is a fine addition. It's just with how things are being scheduled, it's just not something that I would go head over heels for. This is definitely a character which I would say just get over time. He's a good character, but he's nothing broken. But yeah, a very nice sub DPS support addition for the red typing. So yeah, you can quite comfortably throw him into the red team, but nothing that I would chase after for not for right now. Not for right now. Okay, Momo. So Momo is probably one of the best support units that Global will get. Okay, she is probably one of the units that, I mean, I'm just gonna say it, I low-key want her. Not in that mean, Jesus Christ, did that come across? No. She's a good support character. Okay, let me just give you guys a rundown. So she's a blue typing. GG Ghetto, it's been a pleasure, you know. Okay, so if own HP is 60% or below, grants evasion status to self for 2 times, up to 1 time during battle. So she has some form of evasion still being added on. Okay, so her first kit, 100% range Jujutsu damage, but she increases the selected enemy's damage received by 15.4%. You can get that all the way up to 21.7%. 2 turns, 3 times. Alright. When it comes to the second skill, increases all allies damage by 41%, increases all allies break damage by 20%, and you can get the allies damage up by 68% if you max it out. Skill 3 increases crit rate by 30%, increases critical hit damage by 20%, decreases all enemies crit resistance by 30%. Again, this is for all your allies, and you can cap it at 41 for crit rate, 30 for crit damage, and then 30 for dropping on the crit resistance for the enemies is at 30 already, so that will stay the same. This skill right here is disgusting. So you guys can clearly already see on why she is probably going to be one of the best support characters on Global, right? Insane. And then the ultimate, AoE 420 range Jujutsu damage, is a 6 hitter, decreases the selected enemy's ultimate gauge count by 1 and has a 50% chance to stun them all. So her ultimate is even more beautiful, so reducing the ultimate count gauge and then 50-50 chance to stun. We'll take it. And then the combination increases own and combo allies Jujutsu damage by 20% for 3 turns, and then obviously does AoE 100% range Jujutsu damage. And that's pretty much what we're working with. So this is clearly one of the characters that I personally want. I'm not gonna lie. The fact that they're releasing her so freaking soon, and then with Gojo just being 3 days after, that's what annoys me. Like, god damn it. Okay, Gojo, red, green Gojo. Look, every Gojo in the game is broken. Obviously, the anniversary Gojo has come across to be far more superior. He has surpassed the limit of the tier list. But anyway, so with the green Gojo, he also leaves after 7 turns. Unfortunate. I know some of you guys hate that stipulations. Don't worry, the next half anniversary Gojo that's not going to be dropping in a half anniversary for Global won't have that stipulation. Hey, okay, Team Gojo that is. Okay, so when Black Flash is performed, it increases own critical hit rate. So when with his first skill, deals 280 melee damage to a selected enemy. Critical hit chance is great. Okay, for a second there, I thought that was the other way around. My bad. Decreases selected enemies' taijutsu damage by 15% and jujutsu damage by 50%, and that's on the first skill. So, awesome. Skill 2 increases selected enemies' damage received by 23.7%. Increases the selected enemies' damage by 10%. So that is a bit of a iffy one. Increases own damage by 58%. So just be cautious on when you want to activate this, because of course, you know, you're giving the enemy that slight little upper hand. I've never really had too much of an issue with it, and they don't buff it up. It's only the other two that increases for Gojo that gets the buff. So yeah, thank God it stays at 10%. Jesus Christ. But anyway, yeah, it's not too bad. Third skill increases own break damage by 100% for 1 time, deals 220% range Jujutsu selected damage for 4 hits, and then decreases selected enemies' damage by 10%. This skill, by the way, slaps. I love this skill. It hits like a truck. So make sure to level this bad boy up. I mean, well, then again, make sure to level up everything by the looks of it. Well, then again, you don't need to level up too much on the first skill, but it's just the second and third skill. But there, the ultimate AoE 1000%. Yeah, decreases all enemies' ultimate skill gauge count by 2. Yeah, I mean, you guys, the ultimate is crazy, crazy good. Increases own and combo allies critical hit rate by 40%, and then AoE Jujutsu damage. So yeah, 7 turn expire, we already know about this, and then he's got the immunity because of his limitless technique that he got. So that is pretty much Green Gojo, and to be fair, with where things are at right now, this is a highly wanted character purely because of how crazy he is, the debuffs that he applies, the damage he'll do, and well, when it comes to green typing, this is going to be the forefront of being the best green attacking character that we will have. There we go. But as I've said, in terms of what we're really chasing for, especially if you want to be pay to win about it. What do you want to swipe for? It's primarily these two characters. You don't need to go as hard as you want for the Itadori. This is a character that I think most will probably go for the general pool at a later time, and not chase him now, unless you get lucky with free tickets, then by all means. But these two are the catchers. These two are the eye candies. These two are really, really solid. Again, you can maximize and capitalize on going with the general pool, and hope and pray that you can pull them. But yeah, so it's very unfortunate to the speed that they're going at and how like these characters are actually good. And I would love to try and get my hands on Momo and even Gojo, but yeah, we got to be smart about it. We got to be smart about it.